Hello everybody, my name is Shiokami, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Last year, I made a video about how to accept different forms of payment for your art or services if you were underage to use certain bank apps within the community, and a lot of you were very pleased with my tips and ideas from that video. But now that you know how to accept payments, now it's time to ask, how do I price my work? And in today's video, that's what we'll be discussing. Now keep in mind, this is just how I view commission prices. There are plenty of other people who would do something different depending on their circumstances. This video is just my advice to beginner hobbyists. This is definitely not for people who are already well established and pay their rent with their commission money. Also, I'll really just be focusing on digital art since it's the most common art form within many communities, but if you're trying to sell stuff like buttons, badges, pins, stickers, etc., then the process is more or less the same, but now you have to add the cost of materials, shipping, and taxes. So, just keep that in mind. So with that out of the way, let's begin. Step number 1, evaluate your skill level. Your skill level as an artist is going to determine how high or how low your prices will be. Obviously, if your art is a doodle on a piece of paper with colored pencil, you're not gonna charge $600 for that. Which also brings into thought, you may not be at a skill level to even open for commissions yet. I know it's very exciting wanting to open commissions and start making that sweet green, but you need to build your artistic talent to a point where customers are going to feel comfortable purchasing from you. Cause I'm telling you right now, if your art still looks like this, I'm sorry, but you got a ways to go, my friend. I mean, it wasn't until I was about 19 or 20 that I opened commissions for the first time, because I just wasn't personally happy with where I was as an artist in my particular skill level. Because, yeah, my art was not always good. Step number 2, look at examples. Find other artists in similar skill level to you and look at their art. How much are they charging? How much are they selling? Are there a lot of people interested in their work right now? This will help set a baseline for where you should also be. You don't have to copy their prices exactly. Of course, you can always work around that and make adjustments that fit best for you. Step number 3, make a commission sheet. Alright, we're just gonna go ahead and transition here. We're going to go ahead and use my commission sheet as an example. You can see me here drawing in real time. So let's go ahead and talk about our components when it comes to making a commission sheet. A commission sheet can be separated into 3 main components. We have our examples of our work here. We have our prices here. And then we have additional information that may be helpful to our customers. Additional information is like do's and don'ts. You see I have like a little list of do's and don'ts, and then just like additional costs and what types of payment methods you accept. Of course, people want to see your work and how much it's going to cost before buying it. That part's pretty self-explanatory. So of course, you're going to want to provide examples of all of these things and examples of all of the things that you plan on offering, such as sketches, line art, flat color, shaded pieces. You know, do you charge extra for additional characters? Do you charge extra for backgrounds? So on and so forth. Another little tidbit is that you should keep the prices for the examples together. The prices should always be next to or under or somewhere in the same proximity where the prices directly correlate with the art that it's next to. You don't want your prices all the way over here hanging out and then your examples chilling over here in the corner. That doesn't look good. And another thing, try and use as many even numbers as possible. Numbers that end in 2s, 4s, 5s, zeros, all that good shit, 8s maybe if you were so inclined. Those numbers are relatively good to choose from. You'll want to try and avoid 3s, 7s, and 9s. I know that's not a very good example on my end. I only have the 2, so as long as everything else from this point forward is even, I don't really have a problem with that. For some reason, people don't really like those numbers, so I just try not to make it a habit, and you'll pretty much be fine. And finally, step number 4, open for commissions! Slap that bad boy online and let that money roll in. Just kidding. It'll probably take a while for you to make your first sale unless you already had a decent following before opening commissions. But that's really it. Those are all of my tips to price your art accordingly, plus additional advice. Of course, there are always going to be some things you'll just have to learn through experience in order to grow and become a better artist. And again, this is just how I personally price my work. There are plenty of artists that do it differently, even artists that charge an hourly wage on top of their prices. But again, that's really only used by people who need to supply their living with their art. And of course, with that said, I hope this video was informative and I hope it has helped you become the greatest, most awesome, super cool, badass artist you could possibly be. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.